is now entered in. This is a big hailstorm right now. Structure is very interesting. Yeah, I think the tornado risk is pretty low, but not zero. We'll continue to keep an eye on it, though. Plain severe weather, and it feels like weeks. Mostly Midwest, Ohio Valley, and East Coast. Pretty quiet out there. We still have 39 severe thunderstorm warnings. The majority of them are across the Appalachian Mountains. We have plenty, though, across North and South Carolina. Also quite a few there over in Indiana. Big line of thunderstorms continuing to march across western Virginia, southern West Virginia as well, and also back into eastern Kentucky. And northeastern Tennessee is now included in some severe thunderstorm warnings. Johnson City will be in the line here for 70-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. Hail risk should remain pretty low with that line of thunderstorms. Even over here near Somerset and Williamsburg, we're mainly just looking at a straight-line damaging wind threat. Corbin, Somerset, Monticello, and Williamsburg. But elsewhere, like Louisville, for example, Vevey and Jasper, it's almost all just damaging winds. I think this line, though, is weakening a little bit, so might not see severe thunderstorm warnings at all for Louisville, which is always good to see. But flooding risk will be probably one of the bigger concerns for that area. Cincinnati probably going to be narrowly missed by this line of thunderstorms. I want to remind everybody in central Indiana up to northern Illinois, there will be another round of storms late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And that is going to likely lead to more flash flooding and maybe some isolated severe weather. So just keep that in mind if you live out here in Indiana or Illinois. Ohio's the same way too. Southwest Ohio. Probably going to see some heavy rain overnight. Could lead to some flooding. You need a cheese cart cam? You do. Is cheese curd your only fur baby? It's the only pet I have. I do want another cat, though, or a golden retriever, one of the two. At some point.
It's kind of hard to tell what's
Like just one pick?
It's like there's a lot of scud underneath them. Some rising scud under it too, occasionally. Probably back a little bit.
Why are you so tired? You've been alive for 9 hours? I'm not tired. Making an assumption. I am as energized as can be. How many years have I lived in Florida? 6 years. Florida for 6 years. About 6 years. Moved here in like early 2021. You kick out the $10 super chat. Name the cat Mozzarella or Brie. I don't know what I would name. If I got another cat, I don't know what I would name it. I had ideas like a while ago. I don't remember what they were though. It's a pretty cool looking supercell. Have I been to Tallahassee? I've driven through Tallahassee. I don't know if there was any reason really why. I don't really remember. My cat. Or a foster cat, technically, that I adopted. But I went to foster cat back in December of not this past year, but the year before that. Initially, there was 2 cats there. One named Cheese, and there was one named Nacho. Apparently, they were both related or something. And The one named Nacho I would have probably taken if it wasn't for that cat going to some other family. That'd be Cheese. Kind of worked out. Like, just name a cheese curd. I was like, perfect. So. I don't think I'd name another cat Nacho. Like, that would be just really. A failed foster parent, yes. Ogallala. Ogallala. Got it now. Storm definitely looks interesting. Is it tornadic? Not really. But it is interesting. Hey, Justine for the super chat. Hang up now. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for the support as well. Have a good night. I messaged you. Do you want a cookie? More damaging winds, and then guess what? More lines of thunderstorms tomorrow. How exciting. Am I going to be live tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe. Might have to. Have storms in the same place. Almost. Hey, Dave for the super chat. Could be live tomorrow. We'll see. The Rufus just has another derecho happening tomorrow. H-R just has a messy line. We'll see. Should be interesting no matter what. Hey, Dave for the super chat. I just said that. Thank you. Do a 24-hour stream? Yeah. Not doing a 24-hour stream. Not today, at least. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
A little bit closer to the North Platte radar, but still the.
Hey, Collins for the super chat. Hey, DD for the super chat. Thoughts in your chair? I had one of those and to destroy my back. I don't know. I like it so far. It's a good chair. I mean, I've used two different chairs and I just needed to. Anybody else just love drinking water? This is just me. Just drinking a bunch of water right now. I've had a lot of water today. Being healthy. I've also had like 16 Diet Cokes, I want to say. So. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, we just got a new mesoscale discussion. This one is in western Nebraska. This is for hail up to 2.5 inches in diameter, damaging winds to 70 miles an hour. The chances of a watch here are 70%. This includes places like Rushville, Hyannis, Triton, Arthur, Ogallala, North Platte, and Lexington in Nebraska.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. So a large hail threat may continue with supercells, so they might issue a watch. Stay on alert. 40% chance of a watch here. Thank you, Taki, for the super chat. We have some people tuning in from Virginia right now. Again, mostly straight line damaging winds. The line of storms is quickly weakening over here in far western Virginia. I don't think they're going to continue most of these severe warnings, other than the ones down here in Tennessee that will probably continue to produce at least some damaging wind gusts up to about 60 to 70 miles per hour. Yeah, a couple people tuning in from the north side of Johnson City right now, but again, straight line winds will be the big concern here. Tornado front, I think, is pretty close to zero with these storms right now. Jason says, getting rough in Corbin. Got a lot of storms popping up all across North and South Carolina this evening, too, but again, mostly just damaging wind gusts. I don't really see anything too out of the ordinary. Really, if anything does change here. And then over along the Indiana and Kentucky border, kind of the last remaining line of thunderstorms over in the Ohio Valley is still kind of marching into Louisville with just some damaging wind gusts. No active tornado threat with this activity. Yeah, if anything does change, we'll let you know. We do have a new severe warning just out in Louisville, where we have a pocket in Elizabeth of 60-mile-per-hour straight-line damaging winds that will be approaching Muldraugh, and as well as Shepherdsville, Radcliffe, and then Lebanon Junction will be in the path of that. Otherwise, we have all sorts of destructive severe thunderstorm warnings going up over here in the Dakotas. We have all sorts of baseball-sized hailstorms happening out here. Most of them are in the middle of nowhere, but we got 3 baseball-sized hail warnings now. The one that Storm Chaser John McKinney is on is this one in Ogallala. Rich guy cannot say stuff. That is over there in Ogallala. So that's where he is. That's what he's looking at right now, going through the town of Pine Ridge.
South side. Get up here somewhere on Garrett.
Hey, Eric, if the super chat. I can't drink water. Warning because it makes me nauseous. Never heard of that before. Hey, Shanika for the super chat. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. I do not care about this storm. Why? Why don't you? Have you found Miss Velocity yet? No. Water gives me heartburn. Bro, what? I've never heard of people having problems with water. This is breaking news. It's like a new discovery. Not aware of the water instances like this being a thing. Babies can't have water? Bro, what? Is that actually true? Any Tesla for the super chat? Favorite movie? If it's not Twister, I'll be still looking for it. I don't even know what my favorite movie is, I'm not gonna lie. It's not Twister. I literally we cover movies for a living, basically. We make better, in my opinion, we make tornado movies pretty much in real time.
Have to roll south.
That's true, man. How am I ever gonna have kids, guys? I don't even know that. Hey, now I'm starting to connect the dots. This is why they have like the breast milk or whatever, isn't that right? I'm starting to connect dots now. The dots are being connected.
Yeah.
Man.
I might just turn the vehicle around so I can mount the camera.
Do you at least have a girlfriend? No. Just gonna feed your kid cheese curds? Okay. I mean, I guess, bro. Oh my goodness. Water is gross. How is it gross? People keep talking about how water gives them heartburn. How is that even possible? My well water smells like rotten eggs. Thanks for that.
Yeah, they
water is boring.
A new MD for Nebraska now.
Hey, fun fact: every drink that you have has water in it.
All the way down to
Lexington, I think that's true. It has to have some liquid. Every drink is derived from water to some extent. Thank you, Jet, for becoming a member.
I think.
I'll eat ice, but I hate water, bro. What? Yeah. Eating ice, but not drinking water is diabolical. Most of our body's made up of water. Thank you. I learned that, I think, in high school.
You're a young man. You need.
You haven't, because I mean,
I don't know what conversation they're having.
you can have.
Oh, that's Storm Intermedia. What's that?
Garrett made cookies. What a nice.
That's a
nice
cookie?
guy, man. Thank you.
Singular cookie? What the What is up with the singular cookie? We got one cookie and a big Tupperware.
Guys, you think it's safe? You think it's safe to eat that? I don't know.
What kind of cookie is
We
it?
got wind.
They say?
Oh, wind.
The Garrett special cookie?
So our escape route would be just going south.
We still need to release Max's special sauce. At some point.
Yep.
And then trying to make sure that we can get in front of this. Or it's going back east. And I like the fact they got info.
It's a pumpkin cookie with cream cheese frosting. Somebody said I love crumble cookies. You might be the only person I've ever heard of that has said that, like, ever.
That's a Jake break, but here there is a road to, even if we wanted to, coming south, there is a road that goes straight over to back to the highway.
What does that sound?
Well, you may want to do that. Cause,
It's like a plane. Like
Yeah,
landing.
we probably want to do that.
Some weird audio going on here. Do you like ranch? I love ranch. I didn't have ranch. I never tried ranch in my life up until this year. It is life changing.
Yeah.
If you've never had ranch before, you might want to try it. I've never done it. This is the first year I ever had ranch. Life changing. Do you like fried okra? Yeah, it's all right. First time I ever had it was when I lived in Texas. It was all right. Ranch is trash. We're trash. It's supposed to be. How was this the first time? My first time was actually at Outback Steakhouse, like 4.5 months ago. Got like their loaded fries or whatever. You know, like with the meal I got. It's like the side of loaded fries. And it came with like a little cup of ranch or whatever. I was like, well, you know, screw it. Let me just try it because it's just here. Dip a fry in it. I was like, wow. I ate all my fries with it. Pretty wild. Bro. Bro, what is this? This photo. Somebody sent this in. What the heck? This actually might be the most diabolical thing I've ever seen. Bro. Who sent that? Is that just like a reporter or whatever? Fan art. I don't know if that's much. I don't know if that's fan art, but hey, Phil, for the 46-month membership, getting much needed rain here in central North Carolina. That's great to hear. Thank you also, Synthesized with the super chat, Cheese Curd and Max Curd. Or Cheese Velocity and Max Curd, I guess, bro. That is actually the funniest thing I've seen. I don't know who made that. That's actually hysterical.
Yeah.
When is Max Velocity's birthday? Like another 4 or 5 months?
This thing's spraying over our head.
just got posted over to our social media pages with absolutely no caption. If somebody's not watching the stream and they just see this on their like Twitter feed or whatever, they're gonna have absolutely no clue what's going on. I can only imagine what the Facebook comments are going to be. Oh, Lord. Hey, Clinton for the gift.
What are you texting over there? Okay. What are you calculating things? What's he calculating? What's going on over here? This is like a cockpit of F-22 or something.
It's cute. Yeah, I got the light display.
Got a storm chasing.
Light bar. No, I didn't say so.
I wouldn't know what to do in here.
I don't
I'd
know.
put the button in the firing pin.
Got all this down here, this up here, the radio, this and that. Not even everything. I'm missing a camera that goes there, one that goes here, one that goes there, and well, because I took them on. One of them's in Ben's car, and Ben has one of them, and he has the thing. But then I was gonna put this one in.
That Matt Gecko mounts there.
Oh, we got rain.
I don't know what we're talking. I'm just here for it. Max, my friend wants to marry you. Cool. Congratulations.
There you go.
That's the piece of it.
Well, look, the airport to the right here, so we might want
We
to
might want to skedoodle.
Will Texas get heat relief? Maybe in the fall?
get out of here.
Not anytime soon? It's the summer.
Back up,
It's always like this.
Take a right.
August is always hot. I don't remember the last time it was at least decent weather in the month of August. I lived there for like 4 years.
There we go.
Terrible every summer. Always hot.
Back out. We're back out. Let's go. Let's go. Good show.
I'm not showing this photo, but bro, people keep sending the most diabolical things to the reports. Oh Lord, so good. Thank you, Rudy, for the $20 super chat. Max, my identical twin got me hooked on you back in 22. Stay true to what you're forecasting on, man. 22. I started. Appreciate the super chat. You also, Rachel, for the gift. I think it's really crazy. It's really fascinating how much we've changed over the last 4 years. It's been every year's just been, I feel like, completely different. Like, 22 was the start. If you look back at anything I made in 22, terrible quality. Everything sucked. 23 was a little bit of a step up. 24, a bit more of a step up. 25, a much bigger step up. I think this year has definitely been another big step up. Like, it's really strange looking back at every single year. Hey, man, for the $20 super chat. I live in Love County, Oklahoma, but in Radcliffe, Kentucky. What's the outlook for here? Radcliffe? Look where Radcliffe, Kentucky is. It should just be some isolated damaging winds. I think overall it's just going to be mostly gusty winds, though. I don't think there's much severe weather here for the rest of the night. I think these storms are mostly weakening. So this will probably end up being some of the last severe warnings for this activity. I'm surprised if we had more. The wind has definitely gotten weaker up there. We're starting to drop on the total counter of severe, which is always good to see. We have a new max alert for meteorologist Ethan Mock over near Columbia, Russell Springs, and Jamestown. That is quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds moving west to east. It's about the only max alert that we have right now. We have a few, actually. We have 6. This other max alert has been going on for a while. This storm has pretty much died, though. I think some of these are old. We've been missing them. Hey, off the record, these max alerts have been pretty good. I just haven't really been looking at them. They've been early, ahead of the schedule of the NWS warnings. This is the peanut butter and honey. That sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie. Peanut butter and honey. I could cook. I used to have peanut butter and fluff sandwiches all the time. Those that don't know what fluff is, it's like that little marshmallow, like cream or whatever you call it. Stuff is goated. Even lights are becoming a maximum velocity member. Chocolate and fluff is better. It's a weird combo. That'd be more of a dessert. Peanut butter at least adds a little bit of protein. Adds a little bit of, like, finesse. You know what I mean. Look at the South Dakota Supercell. The rotation is really strong. Pressing X to doubt, but I'll check it out. Not pressing X to doubt as much as I was before. Actually, some rotation. I think there's definitely going to be some contamination with this. A little contaminated. I think there's a lot of contamination, actually, but it might actually be rotating. It doesn't look terrible. MRMS radar is showing quite a bit of rotation there. Actually, a really impressive looking supercell. I ain't even gonna lie. It's pretty gnarly. There's a CC drop. That's not a tornado. This is where the hook echo is. That right there is clear air contamination. Now the real question is going to be, are there any chasers? There's one chaser near this. His name is Greg Travers. According to Spotter Network, there's one guy that's going up there, it looks like, or potentially going up there. Yeah, he's going up there. Look at that. You track chasers with their spotter dots inside of the free Weatherfront app. Another cool feature on here. Greg is going up there into the severe warning. It's the only guy. I don't know who he is, but he's going there. Look at pictures and videos, please. Just for you, Anthony, I'm going to do it for you, all right? Just because you asked. We got some new photos and videos. This is a new one from Comiskey, Indiana, of a shelf plat moving in earlier. Here's a big tree uprooted over in Lee County, Illinois, sent in by Chelsea. This is in Timberlake, South Carolina. A visual on a tornado by neighbor. You witnessed the carport being tossed, multiple large trees down in the line it took, moved northwest to southeast, embedded in the severe thunderstorm. How about a tornado in South Carolina, apparently, today? This is from Etheridge, Kentucky, of that giant shelf cloud rolling in. They said in the chat, toast with butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. That actually sounds fire. Here's a photo from Blaine County, Virginia. That is pretty wild looking. Wild looking shelf cloud. And here's Portage, Indiana. A lot of cars have been trapped under trees today. Honestly, been one of the most common things that I've seen today is just trees that are trapping vehicles. Happened here too? If you have any photos and videos, you can scan the QR code or go to maxvelocitywx.com. Apparently there's something I got to look at on number 3. This is over in Johnson City, Tennessee. With a storm rolling into Johnson City right now. Hey, Carter for the sewer chat. My girlfriend Lily loves watching her lives and videos and currently is in Portsmouth, United Kingdom. Can she get a high? How's it going? Isn't it like 1 in the morning there? got to be late. We have a new Max alert from Storm. I was about to say Storm Chaser. Meteorologist Ethan Mock over here north of Newell in Butte or Butte County in western South Dakota. Low confidence Max alert tornado is attempting to develop there, but odds are pretty low of it actually developing. Hey, Landon for the super chat. He said goodnight to my twins, Ava and Oliver. They're watching live with me. Almost 3 in love weather. Have a good night, Ava and Oliver. Go to bed. Don't stay up like me when I was young and play Clash of Clans. It's fucking night. Actually go to sleep. You can do that when you're like probably 12. Might be able to get away with it by then. Guys, I got sunburnt in Minnesota when I was on that golf trip like a week ago. My entire arm is just peeling right now. It's unbelievable. I don't usually have that problem. It's just happening now. I was looking for tornadoes. I think the risk is pretty low tonight. I was on vacation in Minnesota. It was good. It was very relaxing. What's pretty crazy is that like any trip that I've taken over the last few years, even, like I've always been on my phone to some degree working. This trip, I got a new phone, like a personal phone. That way I didn't have to worry about work stuff. And it was unbelievable. Like it felt so different. Like I barely was on my work phone, which I get like a bunch of notifications for, like emails, messages, just a bunch of stuff. This phone was like, only got like a few notifications a day, like just important stuff for the most part, not work related at all. It's great. Like it was really stress relieving because like there's a lot more that goes into doing what we do here than just going live and talking about weather or doing videos. Like there's a lot of other operations that we have. Like we have a lot of people like storm chasers that we work with. We have employees, all that stuff. So it was a nice little break away from everything for a little bit, which isn't something that I was able to really get at any other point over the last like 5 years. I was always grinding, you know. I still am, but it was nice to get at least a few days away from like social media. Like I wasn't really on social media at all. Like it was very minimal. Like I didn't even post the stuff I was posting. I just sent it to somebody to post. I didn't really look at social media at all. But it's honestly nice, and I recommend for anybody that wants like goes on a trip to like just get off social media for a few days because it honestly makes a huge difference. It's hard for me though in my occupation, but luckily the weather was quiet enough, and we have people that can post things and whatnot when I'm not around. So.
People want to get their vehicles wallet.
Dude, near off for the gift. Why is there a person named Cheese Velocity Cat in the chat? What are we doing? Max, what country would you like to travel to? The United States is always nice. I don't honestly know. Country would I want to travel to? What would be the first country outside the United States that I would travel to? I would say probably like Italy or something. Like in the Caribbean and whatnot, but I'm talking like just distant. Stormcat 5 here. What up, Brady? I don't even see his message. We lost it. Hey, Corin, for the gift. How's Northeast Tennessee looking, Max? Just isolated damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Nothing too insane. Look at the shelf cloud moving into Johnson City right now. Huh. It's going right over the mountains. This is actually kind of sick. We were looking at this camera a few minutes ago. This is in Johnson City. The damaging wind threat's down to about 60 miles per hour, but it's actually pretty crazy. This is kind of scary looking. If you were like just standing on this mountain, I feel like that'd be scary. It's a pretty cloud. It's pretty cool. This camera's about to get absorbed by the shelf cloud here in 2 seconds. Here it comes. Camera's getting absorbed by the shelf. Brian just said there's no warnings. Look below me. There's 22 warnings. There are warnings, technically. And now you can't see anything. Now it's just a white screen. The camera is in the cloud. This is a live shot in Jonesboro, Tennessee, where it is actually starting to get windy. They're in the whale's mouth right now. I love being in the whale. Nick Bolas for the super chat. NWS outage. The NWS outage is over. I'm going to change my title. I didn't see that. See? I was ongoing for like an hour, though, earlier. All right, Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, just a brief overview of everything we have going on right now. So we're basically starting to see the de-evolution of all of the damaging winds and random lines that we have across the eastern United States, and we're more so shifting to a big hail threat over here in South Dakota and North Dakota. But one of the things I want to talk about as we go into tomorrow is the moderate risk of severe rainfall we have for today, as well as the another widespread slight risk of severe weather tomorrow, or slight risk of excessive rainfall tomorrow. If we take a look at the HRRR, remember we've already seen very significant flooding today in Indiana and Ohio. That is only unfortunately going to get worse as we move into the overnight hours. There will be some additional redevelopment along Wisconsin and Illinois border tonight. That is eventually going to move into the areas that have already seen substantial rainfall in Indiana and Ohio, and lead to even more rain occurring across those areas. So we're going to be seeing more flash flooding on top of what we already have been seeing. And that is why we do have that very large slight risk out for tomorrow, as well as a moderate risk for today. It's going to be something to keep an eye on, because unfortunately we already have had one fatality reported today in Ohio, where there was significant flash flooding, and unfortunately a vehicle got trapped in the floodwaters, and we did have one fatality from that. So if you're in Indiana, Ohio, or anywhere in the country, and you see that there is a flash flood warning issued for your location, please take that seriously. Unfortunately, we've already seen fatalities from that.
Hey, Riley, for the update. All right. Back to our 3-cam view. Apparently Nevada is getting damaging winds because on the bottom right side of your screen it is windy out there. over in Nevada. Rachel says we love you, Max, over there in Johnson City. Johnson City's getting hit by some damaging wind gusts right now. There you go, Fark for the gift. You guys have put in a day? Yeah, we're approaching 10 hours on today's stream. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for a bunch of counties in Tennessee. That'll be for Morristown, Maynardville, Tazewell, Bean Station. Bean Station must have some good beans. Those for 60-mile-per-hour straight-line damaging winds. Might get a break tonight? Maybe. Maybe I'll be able to sleep tonight. That'd be nice. Last couple nights, haven't really been able to do that as much. All the live coverage we've been doing. It's a live shot back over on Boone Lake in Johnson City. Looks kind of nice there. Imagine having like a house on the lake here. That'd be kind of nice. Risk in St. Louis tomorrow, Max? Mostly wind. Low tornado risk. Thank you, DC, for the gift. Did I eat? I did eat a little bit. Ate enough to get through the stream. Bare minimum. We should be chilling. Should I worry tonight in Rogerville? I don't think there's any reason to worry anywhere tonight, to be honest. I think mostly just having ways to receive weather alerts is really the big thing. Having a tornado action plan set, ready to go. I think most of the significant severe weather is definitely winding down. Unless you're in the central and northern plains. Max, what are your thoughts on thoughts? I have a lot of thoughts on thoughts. Thoughts are what make you think about thoughts. So that's my thoughts. It is really calm on that lake. Kind of eerily calm. We have another photo that just got sent in. This is from Alexis at the Flipside Brewery in Tinley Park. The patio got ripped away from the storm and ended up hitting another store in our plaza. That's pretty crazy. Never trust a thought. I agree. All sorts of wild photos from today. Flagstaff, Arizona got quite a bit of flooding over here in this apartment complex. Max, who do you think will win the World Cup? Didn't the World Cup already happen, bro? Red Sox are going to win the World Series. Are the Red Sox even winning? They lost 3 games in a row. They were on like this hot streak. Oh, they're winning today. All right, well, hopefully that continues. Red Sox all of a sudden got hot, and I actually started paying attention to baseball. And then all of a sudden I started paying attention, and they lose 3 games. And these are just some of the photos and videos from today's storms. Got a lot of crazy photos and videos. If you do have any photos that you want to send in, You can go to the MaxVelocityWX.com website. It's crazy, crazy photos of damage and such. Oh, okay, they're terrible. 46 and 73. We got a video that was just sent in by a viewer out of Johnson City of the shelf cloud rolling in. Just a moment ago. Anybody tuning in from Johnson City, Tennessee right now? .46 and 73 is so bad. I mean, when you think about it, that's like being like, I'm trying to think. 46 divided by 73 plus 46. What is that? About a 38%. Is that 38% win percentage or something like that? I mean, in all honesty, that's like a football team going like 7 and 10 or something. That's the same thing. Not that terrible. I gotta say, like, when it comes to when it comes to MLB, theoretically, what if they did a season that lasted like 30 games? 30 games, that's it. I think it'd be way more exciting. I do think baseball's way better than what the pitch clock or whatever, but I think you like need that, you know, you need that speed. You need less games. Every game should matter more. I feel like the games don't matter enough now. Hey, Morgan, for the gift. Weatherfront has the new Canadian polygons. They do. Yeah, Weatherfront just added in the new Canadian polygons, so you can actually see them outside of the Weatherfront app, the storm-based polygons. Oh, man, they look so... better. I mean, Canada, guys, whoever's at the environment of Canada, you guys cooked. I am relieved. This is a very relieving moment. I love it. Canada has cooked. Burnsboro, Tennessee is about to see some pretty strong, damaging winds here in a second. About to get windy out there in this little pretty town. It's a very nice town here, Jonesboro. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, unfortunately, we have received the third report of a fatality today. Unfortunately, this was a 4-year-old in Jennings County, Indiana. The chief deputy of the Jennings County Sheriff Office also said that the 4-year-old was the only one in the residence at the time that the tree fell on the house.
Hey, Riley, for the updates. That is now 3 today. I think one was flooding, one was unknown, and then one for a tree. Not what you want to hear. It's been a very long day of severe weather, and this derecho, in addition to all the line of thunderstorms that we had going through Kentucky and West Virginia, really dangerous today. A lot of buildings have been damaged in cars, but obviously lives are way more important, and those are things you cannot replace. And I think it's even crazier that a 4-year-old was left at home. Like, that just should not happen at all. I don't know how in the hell you leave a kid at home. I don't care what day it is. It could be a severe weather day. It could be a normal day. That's just crazy to me. Hey, Morgan, the super chat. Last night I attended a concert outside of Baltimore. I knew it was about to go down when security didn't look at the bags. I only had scant tickets to take shelter. Never seen the sky so green or wind that strong. There were tornado warnings in Baltimore last night, but they were terrible in my opinion. I had a whole Twitter, Facebook debacle about them because they were just atrocious. Like, in my opinion, they were atrocious warnings. Like, it was like just a false alarm. Like, it was just stupid false alarms, in my opinion. Like, they were not rotating. I had a couple people say, like, oh, there were clouds rotating. That does not mean it's tornadic. Clouds can rotate, not be tornadic. Like, you can get little eddies and stuff. Velocities on radar did not show anything. Yeah, that's freaking ridiculous. Having a kid home alone during any situation, but especially during a severe weather day, is just absurd. I don't know how that happens. Unbelievable.
Get a little video.
This is an incredible looking supercell out here in Rushville, Nebraska. This thing's still producing up to baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. Tornado risk is going to be very low, I think, with this storm, but not zero. It's low. We do have a max alert for a tornado threat. It's a low confidence max alert for an area of rotation. It's about to cross over U.S. Highway 212, heading down towards 34, pretty much rural portions of South Dakota, north of Rapid City, over in Butte County. So we'll continue to keep an eye out on that. This is the storm that storm chaser John McKinney is on. Has big time hail falling with it. Really crazy structure. This is the first time in a while that we've not had a tornado possible tag severe warning or a tornado warning.
closer to victory. Oh, this level's going to be easy. I can definitely handle 5 guys at once. Oh, there's more. Could have predicted that one, huh? Well, we got enough for our first crossbow tower, so let's get that going.